Hello everybody and welcome to week 2. Here's what you need to do this week. In fact, before we start on this week's, let's just kind of look at last week real quick because we actually have a little grace period going on with last week. So I'm going to come over here to content, which is the recommended way of doing this thing. And here we are looking at Module 1. Just want to type a few loose ends for you, just to remind everybody that number 1, we've got the syllabus, tells you what's going on. Number 2, you're looking at the YouTube for week 2 right now. You've already looked at week 1, and then you come over here and you always go to the overview page first. It tells you what's going on and gives you instructions for the week. Then you come over and you already have done this. You've introduced yourself to the rest of the class. And the homeworks, which would have been due on Sunday night, would have been last night, of course, 6th June. And you come over here and you say, well, I got to go ahead and do that homework now, even though it wasn't due on that Sunday night, because this week 1 was extended owing to the fact that we had a whole bunch of stuff going on this week. So I threw in a little grace period there. Anyway, to make a long story short, you will accomplish homework for Chapter 1, read Chapter 1 and do the homework for it, and then read Chapter 2 and do the homework for that. This gives you a language basis on what the class is all about and how to do that stuff. By answering these questions, it gives you a little feel for what I need to know, what I need to take away from everything. And then you came over, and hopefully if you haven't done this, what you're going to do is say, well, I know I need to do a research analysis, but I don't know how to do one. So what you do is you click on the study guide that teaches you how to create a research analysis. And then when you go to the quiz, activity number 3, research analysis, you go out and you find an article using the library resource we talked about, and then you accomplish the research analysis by basically following my example in there. And then you say, okay, that was fun, but what about this other stuff that I have to do, which is take the exam for chapters 1 and 2. And then I give you a study guide on taking the exam for Chapter 1 and a study guide for taking the exam on Chapter 2. Anyway, it seems like a lot of stuff, but it was all due Sunday night, but you had a grace period, so really, theoretically, it wasn't really due until the following Sunday night when Module 2 homework was also going to be required to be done. And I come over here and go, okay, let's just click on Module 2 and see what's going on for the current present week. You're watching this YouTube video right now, and I'm sorry it's so long, and then you come over and you do the study guide for how to look at your grading. You want to look at your grade in the quiz. Maybe you knew that already, maybe you didn't. Anyway, that shows you that real quick. Then you come over and you go to the overview page, which tells you what we need to do and it gives you instructions how to do them. Then the 5th thing that we do this semester, 5 homework, is for Chapter 11. You're probably saying to myself, well, why am I skipping to Chapter 11 when why aren't we going to Chapter 3? Because it's a great textbook, but they got it wrong. They just got the order wrong. The whole thing, learning statistics, needs to be accomplished in a specific order, and it's a lot easier if that specific order is followed. So I recommend that we just go to Chapter 11 and do what should have been done in Chapter 3. And then, so there we are doing the homework for Chapter 11. Then we find ourselves during that Chapter 11, Chapter 12 module that we're going to have to formulate a null hypothesis. And you know me, I wouldn't give you anything assignment to do unless I gave you a study guide and told you how to do it. So that's exactly what's going on here with 6th study guide, how to formulate the null hypothesis. Then you do the Chapter 6 homework. Then you take the exam for those 2 chapters, which is the Module 2 exam. And then go ahead and do a module eval for me so I know what's going on. So that's cool. Does everybody have any questions? All you have to do is call my cell phone. So feel free to do that anytime. Some students have done it already. It's a cool way to go. And so that is going to be the whole circumstance there. See you next week. Call me if you need me.